Resettlement to safer grounds of survivors of Super Typhoon Yolanda is the top priority in the Rehabilitation Master Plan approved by President Aquino. Over 167 billion pesos will be spent for the massive undertaking. Again, here's Freddie Abando.
It has been almost a year after Yolanda unleashed its force and fury of death and destruction in eastern Visayas. All in all, 171 cities and municipalities were ravaged by the super typhoon. 2014 was a year of recovery. The heart of the survivors and their leaders to overcome their hell-sent tragedy. With the help of the national government and the world community, rising from the ruins has been an unfolding story of courage.
The first 7 months was spent clearing the debris. You saw the debris. Looking for people, search and rescue. And then relief operation, getting back electricity. I mean, that's the first 7 months. The next 5 months is, you have to put together the plans. It's very difficult. People say in 1 month, you were not able to rebuild the communities. Of course, because, after worrying about where people are, after removing debris, after feeding people and making sure that they have even a temporary shelter, you have to begin looking for an appropriate resettlement site. And that's not easy.
This comprehensive plan is very much welcome because that sends a signal to the private sector that government would facilitate the transition, the recovery.
With the President's approval of the Comprehensive Rehabilitation and Recovery Plan, which will cost 167 billion pesos, it has inspired faith for their future. The vision, Build Back Better. The resettlement of survivors is the top priority, the relocation to safer grounds. It will include the provision for basic services to include health, water, and power. The National Housing Authority, with the support of the private donors, are committed to the construction of resettlement areas. In Tacloban City, the city government is building a new township for 14,500 families. This will include transitional homes and climate-resilient permanent houses. It will cost 75.67 billion pesos.
Restoration of economic and social well-being, getting all those households affected by the typhoon would take time. Given the destruction, they lost properties, they lost practically everything, and recovering that would take years. Even as government prime up, its engagement.
Infrastructure development to include the construction of hospitals, health centers, and public buildings are also in the master plan. It will cost 35.14 billion pesos. Top priority is the reopening of the Tacloban Airport, which will impact on the recovery of Eastern Visayas, since the city is the economic and educational hub of the region. Today, Tacloban is slowly regaining its lost fortunes with the support of the private sector. 30.6 billion pesos will be spent for economic programs to include livelihood.
Of course, it is important because it's the urban center of Region 8. And especially Tacloban is as you correctly pointed out. It's a center for Region 8. So we have to get Tacloban back moving again.
For the People's Television Network, this is Freddie Abando reporting.